So like that, several ways Krishna is available to us. Krishna means what? Because Krishna is all attractive. He is all attractive. Krishna means all attractive. So he is attractive in so many ways. Right now we are also attracted to everything. Whatever is beautiful, you are attracted. Whatever is wealthy, you are attracted. That's Krishna. That's just one portion of Krishna.
You said everything is Krishna. And Krishna means attractive. What is something not attractive? It's still Krishna, right?
No, Krishna himself is attractive, he's telling.
Yeah, but like
So we are always looking for Krishna, but we are in forgetfulness of God. So we don't know we are actually looking for Krishna.
but then what about us? Like we're all studying Krishna and
So we are purifying our senses right now.
yeah, but why can't we just not see it because we already know Krishna is there?
Can you see anything with your blunt eyes? You can't, right? You need that thing to see any instrument. That instrument, we have our eyes, but they're not purified. That is what we have to purify, our senses. Then everywhere we can see Krishna.
Like
He could see.
Okay, do you have any instrument to capture the entire ocean? You go to the ocean, take a bucket, maybe a big bucket, maybe a big tank, what tank? Can you fit everything inside? Cannot. Why? Because you have a limited tool to capture the unlimited. So God is unlimited and we are limited. So we are trying to see the unlimited with limited senses.
Abhay,
Come. No. No.
Okay, you want to talk?
You want to tell the answer? Okay.
You know the answer. You heard this answer before. I guess so. You say that.
So what is the impurity? What is the impurity she's talking about? Why is it that we are not able to see? What is the impurity? No, that's okay. That is one broad answer. What's the impurity? Impurity is we are the spirit soul. But the impurity is to think we are different from the soul. Meaning we are thinking we are the body right now. That's the number one impurity. So it is called false ego. Because of the false ego, everything you identify yourself as that you are not, that much difficult it is for you to understand or see God.
So in the other planets are more civilized and they have a better. Do the other like people in the other planets have to like purify their mind?
Yes.
But is it easier for them?
No.
The same.
It's the same. Same for all. In fact, for us, it's easier because everything is moderate. We don't have too much suffering. We don't have too much happiness. We are moderate.
In heavenly
In
planets,
heavenly planets, other places, the enjoyment is too elevated. You can enjoy too much. In the lower planets, they suffer too much. So we are actually best situated.
So we're in the middle?
We are in the middle, moderate. It's very nice.
Yeah,
we are in the
We can understand both the conditions.
isn't going into the heavenly planets not a good thing?
No, there is nothing good or bad for a devotee. What is good?
Because if you like go up to the other planets, then you can like get then you're close.
You get better facilities to
No.
enjoy. No, nothing.
You're not closer to Krishna.
No.
It just makes you're just more happy, like the temperature is perfect and stuff like that.
That's all.
So there's nothing really.
Yeah.
It just
It's like instead of having an ordinary car with a stick gear, You drive a Tesla. What's the difference? It's just some extra features. That's all. Makes you a little more comfortable. But the driving experience and all that is same. So we do four things here: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. The same four things happen there also. Mating is family love. You have family here, they also have. The four things only are happening. Anywhere in the entire creation, only four things are happening. It's just that it's done in a more sophisticated manner, and we call it we are advanced. We are enjoying more. But no, even the dog is eating off the street. Gets the same type of enjoyment when you go to a nice fancy restaurant and eat with a spoon and a fork and a knife. You just pay more bill and you think you're more happy. But the taste, when it comes on the tongue, quality of happiness is same. And same thing with their family. Dog also has a beautiful wife and puppies and all that. Dog is also very happy.
But there's like wars and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is insecurity everywhere. The dog, if you leave the dog on the street, the dog will think this street belongs to me. Does it belong to the dog? Yeah, you don't see here dogs so much. They don't allow in America, but in India, 10, 20 dogs gang up and they'll claim this is our street. You can't come. A new dog comes, they'll chase it out. We call it different names. We call that immigration here. You can't come to my country. This is mine. But the and mentality is the same. So in the higher planets also it's the same. So there's nothing different. Just because you went to Indraloka doesn't mean you're close to God. You're just enjoying differently. That's all.
And people, it's just like a misunderstanding that people think if you go to a higher planet, you're closer to God.
No, it's not misunderstanding. They have clear understanding. They want to enjoy more. They have no agenda of seeing God. No, my point is, yeah, I
Let
understand.
me
Okay, tell me.
let me phrase it. So people think God is up, right? So when he is saying you're in the higher planetary system, so you're closer to God, like that, physically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I understood it
No,
like that.
but he's asking why do people aspire to go to heavenly planets?
Yeah, aspire because they want to enjoy it. That is clear. They want to enjoy.
Okay. Answer. What, what are the places called where like where is Vrindavan?
It's the highest planetary system, highest Vaikuntha Loka.
We
Yeah,
don't
but
have
you
a picture of that.
came to get into the Vaikuntha.
Yes,
And then there was the highest.
yes,
How
unlimited. Just like how many stars are there in the sky, you cannot count. Yes,
I mean, when
this is all are equal, but Vrindavan is a primary Vaikuntha Loka. From there, every other Vaikuntha came. Yeah, you can say that.
when we go over there, we will know exactly. You're thinking the same thing?
What?
Sorry, what?
is there a way to go higher than Vaikuntha Loka?
Vaikuntha is the highest.
I mean,
Is there a way to go higher?
I mean, in Vaikuntha planets, there are
No,
different,
one second.
different planets.
When you say higher, your idea is there's something lower. It's relative only in this world. In this world, there is a conception when you say higher, there is lower. But when you go to the spiritual world, it's all absolute. There is nothing relative.
Even in Golok Vrindavan, actually, the way the Lord is worshipped is very different. That's all. It's a very, very different flavor over there.
Like
It's called rasa.
in one Vaikuntha, you can pray Krishna.
Yeah, that is Golok
That's
Vrindavan.
the flavor.
And
Yeah.
then others like he's like a king.
Yeah.
And
Ayodhya Dham.
Yeah,
Hari
in Ayodhya, it's like the rasa is a flavor. Like, or not
That's it. That's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
what do you call me?
Service.
Yeah, servitude.
Service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I used the wrong word.
when you're in Vaikuntha, Vrindavan, what do you aim for? Like, what do you?
Everything in spiritual life, you don't even have to go to Vaikuntha. Even here, your aim is to serve Krishna, give Krishna pleasure. This is the goal. This is what Jiva, the soul, gets happiness from. You give pleasure to Krishna. Just like all the body parts, I give the same example. They will get happiness if they serve the body. Correct? Like that, the soul has to serve Krishna. Then you get happiness. Yeah, you can choose
You have
based on your specific desire. But that's a higher topic, right? Right now you don't know. Right now you don't choose that.
Why can't you just once you like get to choose? Why doesn't everyone just not choose Vrindavan?
because it's not been
No,
revealed.
it's all that is a next level topic. Okay. First is we are not there yet. First is why it's like saying, why can't I choose which room I will stay in the White House? Right now, there's no question, there's no discussion about that. Why are we even talking about it? You can't even know how to meet the president. First you make it, then we'll talk there. Make
Any-
sense?
Anybody has any other question
Oh,
before we start? No, about the same topic.
Okay.
Yes, yesterday I answered, we spoke for 30 minutes, he was not convinced.
So I have thoughts. So usually like those who are in the higher planetary system, those are called devatas, and people who are in like lower planetary, they're called rakshasas. So Krishna, I think he treats them everyone equally, but the only difference is that devatas are actually obedient to Krishna, but our rakshasas are not obedient. Just like a father is there, one son is obedient, not one other son is not obedient, but he treats them equally.
Yeah.
Like that, everyone is equal.
But Rakshasas are in the higher planetary systems also, not only in lower planetary systems.
It's just the mentality that makes you asura.
Right.
Yeah.
So like you can be there can be
Rakshasa.
Obedient,
and
sorry,
they can
disobedient.
obedient and disobedient.
Even here,
Yeah.
even now,
Some-
even now,
something-
even on Earth planet, you can be very obedient or you can be disobedient.
So you said that we need to make Krishna happy we make Krishna happy by praying to him and serving him, right? Yeah. So right now we're doing the devotional service. Are we making him happy?
Yes.
Yeah, but like, what's the difference between when someone does like a pure devotee does devotional service and when we do devotional service?
So our devotion is more towards our body, our family, our car, our house. We have more devotion there and a little devotion to God. A pure devotee, on the contrast, he does not have any other allegation but save and accept Krishna or God. He does not want to think anything for himself personally. So there's a long journey for us.
We'll start now
Sure.
the class.
Chant the first.
We chant together, all of us.
Go to page 1.
Page 1, first introduction.
We can all chant together. Om Ajnana Tirandasya Jnanam Jananamaya Chakshum Nilam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Dadati Papadam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudhapadakam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणं रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनाश्रितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेहम् श्रीराधाकृष्णपदां सहगणा श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपिका गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता तप्त कांचन गौरी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 649 page 123 in the small book. I think I took your page book.
दिया भी आप ही ने
दूरे नाही आवरं कर्म दूरे नाही आवरं कर्म बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय बुद्धौ शरणं अन्विच्छ कृपणः फलहेतवः
दूरे नाही आवरं कर्म
दूरे नाही
बुद्धि योग धनंजय
बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय
बुद्धौ शरणम् अन्विच्छ
बुद्धौ शरणं अन्विच्छ
कृपणः फलहेतवः
कृपणः फलहेतवः
दूरे नहि आवरं कर्म बुद्धि योग धनंजय
बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय
शरणम् अन्विच्छ
बुद्धौ शरणं अन्विच्छ
फलहेतवः कृपणः
बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय बुद्धौ शरणं अन्विच्छ दूरे नाही आवरं कर्म
योग धनंजय
बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय बुद्धौ शरणं अन्विच्छ
दूरे नाही आवरं कर्म
दूरे नाही आवरं कर्म
बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय
बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय
अन्विच्छा
Buddhaam Sharanam Anviccha
कृपाना फलहेतवः
Kripanam Palahetavah
Avaram karma
Durvena hi avaram karma
yoga dhananjaya
Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya
Saranam Avicca
Buddhaam Sharanam Anviccha Kripanam Palahetavah
Avaram karma
Durvena hi avaram karma
yoga dhananjaya
Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya
Shraddha Avaram Anvicca
Buddhaam Sharanam Anviccha Kripanam Palahetavah
रूपेण हि अपरं कर्म
Durvena hi avaram karma
योगात् धनञ्जय
Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya
तौ शरणम् अन्विच्छ
Buddhaam Sharanam Anviccha
कृपणा फलहेतवः
Kripanam
Avaram karma
Durena hi avaram karma
yoga dhananjaya
Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya Buddha
Buddha
Sharanam
Savana Anvicca
Vicha Kripanam
Avaram karma
Durena hi avaram karma Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya Buddha Sharanam Vicha Kripanam Palahetavah We'll do the word-to-word translation. Durena, by discarding it at a long distance. He certainly, avaram, abominable, karma, activities, buddhi yoga, on the strength of Krishna consciousness, Dhananjaya, O conqueror of wealth, Buddha, in such consciousness, Sharanam, full surrender, Anvicha, desire, Krupanaha, the misers, Palahetavaha, those desiring fruitive action. Translation. O Dhananjaya, rid yourself of all fruitive activities by devotional service and, and surrender fully to that consciousness. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers. Perfect. Everybody can read one sentence.
One who has actually come to understand one's constitutional position as the eternal servitor of the Lord gives up all engagements, save working in Krishna consciousness.
As already explained, Buddhi Yoga means transcendental loving service to the Lord. Such devotional service is the right course of action for the living entity. Only misers desire to enjoy the fruit of their own work, just to be further entangled in material bondage.
Except for work in Krishna consciousness, all activities are abominable because they continuously bind the worker to the cycle of birth and death.
One should therefore never desire to be the cause of work.
Everything should be done in Krishna consciousness Krishna's perception of Krishna.
Misers do not know how to utilize the assets of riches which they acquire by good fortune or by hard labor.
One should spend all energies working in Krishna consciousness, and that will make one's life successful.
Like the misers, unfortunate people do not employ their human energy in the service of the Lord.
Done.
Okay. So we'll cover the next sloka also, it's connected. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ube sukruta dushkrute tasmad yogaya yujyasva yogaha karmashu kaushalam. I will just repeat one more time and no need for others to repeat. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukruta dushkrute tasmad yogaya yujyasva yogaha karmashu kaushalam. Buddhi yukta, one who is engaged in devotional service. Jahati, can get rid of. Iha, in this life. Ube, in both. Sukruta, dushkrute, in good and bad results. Tasmat, therefore, yogaya, for the sake of devotional service, yujyasva, be so engaged. Yogaha, Krishna consciousness. Karmashu, in all activities. Kaushalam, art. Translation: a man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad actions, even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, O Arjuna, which is the art of all work. So it's a small purport, I'll read that. Since time immemorial, each living entity has accumulated various reactions of his good and bad work. As such, he is continuously ignorant of his real constitutional position. One's ignorance can be removed by the instruction of the Bhagavad Gita, which teaches one to surrender unto Lord Sri Krishna in all respects and become liberated from the chained victimization of action and reaction, birth after birth. Arjuna is therefore advised to act in Krishna consciousness, the purifying process of resultant action. So this is very interesting topic, like from past few classes we have been talking about action and reaction, karma, right? So most of us are unaware what is actually happening to us, what is thrown to us at life. Life throws us so many things in front of us. We have no clue. But we all take it for granted. We think we deserve it. Most of us, we are entitled. Why should I not get? Like that, we all think. But the fact is, scripture explains most of the things that are thrown to us, we don't have choice. For example, to begin with, has any one of us chosen our own parents? No. The type of body, the type of looks that we have, don't. The place of birth, you cannot choose. So many things you cannot choose. But Somebody else is choosing for us. Somebody else is choosing. Why am I not born in Bill Gates' family or somebody else's family? Why is it happening like that? So is that randomly happening or is it a precise disposition? Somebody is doing like that. So these are all the questions as a human we should be asking. Of course, most people don't have a clue, so they don't even ask. So scripture says those who don't ask are just like animal species. Animals also don't ask these questions. They just go by what they want to do. They are hungry, they will hunt. They are happy, they want to mate. They have a family and they're happy and they defend and they sleep. That's all. If humans also are doing the same activities without knowing a higher purpose of life and not knowing all the things that are happening in our life is because of a reaction of our own action. You have a reaction. We don't have a clue. We don't have a clue. Prabhupada gave a very nice analogy. Sometimes people have birds as pets. You put them in a nice cage, but some realization comes to that guy. He decides, okay, I'll set this bird free. He will open the cage, and the bird is set free. So the bird goes freely. But then, after some time, you see, he's so used to the cage, so after some time, he'll come back and sit in the cage. It happens, right? You've seen that. So, human form of life is so special. Unlike all the other animals, there are actually 8.4 million species of life. There's life forms of aquatics, trees, birds, reptiles, all these put together. Modern science has no clue, but the Vedic wisdom has provided a very precise breakdown. There are 900,000 aquatics. How many birds are there? How many reptiles are there? How many plant species are there? There's an entire breakdown. And if you add up all, it comes to 8.4 million species are there, of which human species are so rare. It says, of course, out of 8.4 million, 400,000 is human species. So that many species are there. But what is the special gift of this human species? Is like this bird, you can escape from this cage of the body. But not knowing this secret, we again enter into this body. Just like here, we have this picture, you see. Everybody can see this picture, right? The cycle of birth and death. You can turn a little bit. Yeah. So we all know this. This is our life. We are born and we keep growing. And then that's what the medical science also understands. We also understand our body is growing. But that's not what the scripture is saying. The scripture is saying, yes, the growth is happening to the body, but we, the person, the individual, is simply changing the body. It is simply changing the body. So we have no understanding about that. Modern science also has no understanding about that. We all think we are the body. But scripture says no. It's just like you have choice. You can come to this room. After some time, you can go to another room. After some time, you can go to another room. After some time, you can leave the house. Just because you left the house, I don't know where you went, or others don't know where you went, does not mean you don't exist. You are still there in some other place. So death is another change of body. It's just that we, as a person who are interacting with you, don't know where you went. But definitely, scripture says, one who dies takes birth again. One who's taken birth to die again. You cannot change this. And this is bound by specific set of rules of karma. This is karma. We were talking about action, Now we are talking about reaction, action and reaction. So none of us are aware of this.
We're not really dying because our soul isn't dying, and we are our soul. But we only die when our soul dies, and our soul won't die after, I don't know, infinite years. We're just going to say that we're changing bodies.
Exactly. We are changing body. We are not
Yeah.
dying. That is so everything what we are experiencing right now, we are assuming it is happening to us because we are living in this body. Just like this is called false attachment. That's why anything happens to the body, we are happy or unhappy. Like, for example, if we all have come in the car right now, somebody tells, oh, there was a big bang, boom, somebody banged our car. Then we'll be so upset, my God, my car got hit. But that person will come and tell, hey, don't worry, it's not your car. Oh, then I'm okay. The moment you think it is your car, you're worried. The moment you understood, oh, it's not your car, you're happy. So what happened? This is happiness and suffering. Right now we are thinking, I'm happy because my body is got some comfort. When there is discomfort, we call it unhappiness. So both happiness and suffering are superfluous. They don't exist. They exist because of our false attachment only. So moment you come to the understanding reality of ownership, who is the real owner, then this concept of suffering immediately vanishes. But it is not easy. As simple as it is sounding, it is not easy. It takes a lifetime of practice to detach yourself, just like a coconut. Inside, it's always the kernel, it is stuck, the white meat is stuck inside on the shell. It takes a long time for it to mature and to be separated from the shell, even though it's inside the shell. So that's called copra.
I think we have understood the concept of detaching from the body and its needs. But how to detach also from mind? I think mind is very powerful and the body is attachment. And
Yes. So,
you can draw lines and okay, I'm hurt, my body. But I mean the
Yes.
emotions.
yes. So, very good point you have brought up. Yes. All that is very possible. There are different techniques which are given in the Bhagavad Gita, but the simplest technique, what Krishna is talking right now in these two slokas, is Buddhi Yoga. Simply by getting Buddhi Yoga. Now, it this Buddhi Yoga means what? Intelligence. To purify your intelligence. So, fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about upgrading your intelligence completely. It's called Jnana Yoga. In fact, the Vedas are talking about this. If you get perfect knowledge, pure knowledge about Krishna, in fact, it has the potency to burn all types of reactions. In fact, all reactions, including good and bad. Even good reactions are burned, and bad reactions are burned. But the scripture, Vedanta Sutra says there is a limit. The prarabdha and the present that is happening may not be possible to burn up everything. But by devotional service, even that is prarabdha karma is also
What is
burned.
the thing you tell? Explain.
Maybe I can put it on the board,
Yeah.
it's easier. You can pause if you want to ask a question. Yeah, devotional service.
So by doing the service, you free yourself of like body and mind.
Yes.
So he said using Buddhi Yoga we can get detached from good and bad reaction.
Correct.
Not just of body, even of mind.
Yes. Yes. So first let's talk about that. Just a small recap. We are talking about karma. Karma has two components. One is action, the other one is reaction. Correct? Together is karma. So action and reaction. So when you're doing action, so everything, all the activities, moment you wake up in the morning, all of us are doing 90% of the work that we do are, are done automatically. We are not thinking. There's not much thinking happening. Moment you get up, you have to do all your chores, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, so many things. You have to eat breakfast, you have to go to work, so many things are happening 90% automatically. How?
Your body is used to it.
No, because of your knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge, there is some knowledge. That knowledge has converted into one type of a faith. What is that faith? If I am clean, I should have good health, I have to have good house, I have to have good job, then I will have good money. So there is a conviction. What is the conviction here? So what is conviction coming from? Knowledge. Basically everything is coming from knowledge. We talked about that. And this knowledge has always converted into faith. Belief. You believe. You believe in something, that's why you're doing. So there are two actions we spoke on, several steps, right? One is called vikarma, and one is called punya karma, good karma. So charitable, be nice and all that, with good karma. And then there is nice karma.
No, nice.
No, nice karma
don't do
means
anything.
no action.
No
Basically, no action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karma is.
This is forbidden.
And the last one which we have to learn is
Akarma.
akarma.
This is what Krishna is talking about. This is akarma. This is action is there. Action with no reaction. This is the goal. But again, this has to graduate. Your faith, here this knowledge has to upgrade. Here you understand the knowledge has translated to soul. You understood you are the soul. Here you understood you are the body. And nothing else. There is no rules. There are no rules governing my body. So he is thinking, I am free. I can do whatever I want. I have nothing is stopping me. Even, government cannot do anything to me. I can easily fool the government. I can do whatever I want. The same idea. Why do people turn into criminals? Because they think they can fool the government and nobody can catch me. So what is the problem? I can cheat a little bit. I can make more money. Correct? It's the same idea that they think there is no God, there is no rules. I can do whatever I want. Why do you say something is sinful? Why do you say gambling, prostitution, everything is bad? I mean, there is nothing. It's giving me a kick. Why not do it? So that's the same idea they have. And these people, okay, they're nice people. Okay, let's do charity, help others, because that's what all the religion is saying, all the scriptures are saying. But because if I do this thing, if I give money, I'll get 10 times more. They understand this, the principle of charity. So they are all charitable, but the idea is still the same. Let's enjoy the body. And these guys are nice karma. They don't want to do anything. No, they learn how this is karma yoga. Here it is karma yoga is taught. Means the fruit does not belong to me. They understand he's karma yogi. But he doesn't know who it belongs to.
Naishkarma is also like the
Palni Vairagya. This also comes under jnana and ashtanga
Huh.
and karma yogi. All three come under this nice karma yogi. Got it, right?
Actually, you want to tell where you will go. It's a good point. You can tell where you will land in this life if you continue doing whatever you're doing.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny.
What you want to know? What is your destiny?
Yeah, each at every stage.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Do you want to know about later?
No. It's Sattva. He's in Sattva. You have to know it. It's very
You might have to explain. I don't think we understood.
Naishkarmya. See, Naishkarmya is a concept where Krishna introduced, just like we spoke in the previous slokas, you do action, you get a result, but you understand the result does not belong to you. You don't claim ownership of it, of the result. That's also a good thing. It's a great graduation from this other two. Belongs to me. Correct.
Yeah,
That is the action you are doing.
Can you tell that sentence again? What you told?
So basically, you want to understand who does the fruit belong to. You're doing action, there is a reaction. So who does it belong to? If you don't want to take it, so it belongs to Krishna, to God. In that consciousness, all of us have to act.
Yeah, you want to know
Destiny.
destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you
So
go.
if you remain in this vikarma and do your sinful activities, you definitely will run a big risk of losing human form and you can go to lower species. This is your destiny. You can go back to the lower species. And if you do punya karma, you have a higher chance of going to higher planets. Like heavenly planets. But this is not eternal. That's also temporary. Going to heavenly planets is not the goal. So there, it's like elevated happiness. That's all. Nothing more than that. And in Naishkarya, your destination is Brahman, Brahma Jyoti, maximum.
It's not destiny, it is the reaction. I mean, destiny means by chance.
No, it's destiny. It's destiny. It's where you end up. End up is destiny. Reaction is again different. How it is served back to you.
It's very important topic. Krish, you can come here and eat because this is related to the question you had earlier.
What's the reaction?
You can eat here.
Different. So this will take you to Vaikuntha.
You bring a plate. Okay, so he's explaining.
The reaction is how is it?
Okay, I'll tell you what is reaction. So now we all are receiving reaction. Like right now, we have certain intelligence, we have certain body, mental faculties, bodily faculties, right?
So when Naishkarmya, where do you go?
Yeah, that's
Brahma
right. Brahma Jyoti.
It's like suppose somebody is coming from outside America, they got a ticket, they bought a ticket, they have enough money to buy a flight ticket.
So you bought a flight ticket and the flight is just hovering over America. But you did not land anywhere because you don't have visa. So you came to up to America, but in the sky, you're hovering and you cannot get down because you don't have the right visa.
So like to Vaikunta, but you don't
So Vaikunta sky,
like
sky, but not inside the planet. That is called Brahmajyoti.
You'll become
This sky is a material sky. Like this, there is a spiritual sky. So Brahmajyoti is a spiritual sky. That's all.
we are a spark, and we as a spark will go and be part of the light of that Brahmajyoti. That's how the scripture says.
so then like
Just like sunshine is there, sun ray is there. Like one part of the sun ray, you would be imagining like a sun ray. There is no sun. Krishna explains there is no sun, there is no moon. The entire spiritual sky is lit by the bodily effulgence of the Lord.
so Brahma there is a part of the race that
Yeah,
Yes,
the part of the
yeah,
prakash,
part of that
light.
shine.
beautiful partition makes that shine on Vaikunta.
That's all.
That's all.
And then
There is no activity in that when you are in that
Play
in that
the
play,
sky.
in
There's
the
no
sky.
action.
There's no action. You're just stuck there, but that's all. You just become a light, a part of a light.
when you see from that
Your
down,
soul is there
Yeah,
only.
you will eventually fall down.
Then eventually that your
Aru-
daddy.
Arucha Truchena Param Padam. Even if you go to that height in the sky, because there is no activity, you will be bored and you will want to fall down again. You will fall into Brahmaloka. So that's also not stable place. In the material world. In the material world.
if Brahmaloka is not a like right place,
No, in the material world, it's the highest planet.
yeah.
That's all. So now, reaction, there are two parts to it. One is called Sanchit and Kriya Mana. Just like in other religions, this entire topic of karma is spoken in one line. You shall reap what you sow. That's in one word. But there's a very elaborate description of the same action, reaction like that here. So Sanchit means stored up karma. This is not served, till now it is not served to you. Of course, this can be broken again into two parts. One is called prarabdha and one is aprarabdha. Prarabdha means this portion of the reaction is already delivered to you right now. Like somebody is born like a, disabled, some disability or something, whatever we have been given already, it's disposed. So generally, this cannot be changed, right? Normally speaking, this cannot be changed. I'm born like dumb. I'm born blind. Generally speaking, you cannot change. I'm lame. Like I cannot change all these things. But even prarabdha can be burned by devotional service. Aprarabdha is not delivered yet. It's not delivered yet. It's very intricate. And this kriyamana is present, current activities. Yes. Yes. Which part of it can go here, part of it can come here. And part can be delivered right now. Just like seeds, right? There are certain seeds you just throw on the ground. In 60 days or 90 days, they'll become crop. So that some of the present activity, you can get immediate reaction. But some will take a very long time. You remember we spoke about one story. Dhritarashtra, he was born blind king. He had 100 sons.
Yeah.
He poked all the dragonflies' eyes. Then he asked Krishna, why some 10 lives back I did, right now you gave me this punishment. You're not fair. Then Krishna smiles and he replies, yeah, you had so much punya, you had to accrue so much punya to get 100 sons so that you become a father of 100 sons, a blind father of 100 sons, because you poked so many dragonflies. And that many children you have to be born to you, and you have to accumulate so much punya for this to be delivered to you. Be a blind father. So you have to wait. You cannot understand. Haribol, Haribol, Abai, Haribol. So Prabhupada gives a very nice example. He says, suppose there's a blind man. You blindfold him. Okay. Somebody hits him from the back. Somebody hits him from somewhere. And somebody comes and gives him a chocolate. So he doesn't know. He is blind man. Sometimes he's getting hit. Sometimes he's getting a chocolate. Sometimes he's getting a nice cookie. And somebody put some nice cards, let us say, in front of him. He'll bump into that card. Oh, then he'll think he's blind man. And he collects it. He sees, oh, they're all dollar bills. Oh my God, so many dollars I'm getting. And then it's by all arrangement. And somebody removes a part of the dollars. Then he doesn't know, oh, sometime I got it. Then he's thinking, oh, because if I walk like this, I'll get more. He'll try, but he doesn't get more. So if you do not understand this big picture, same like that in our life, why we are sometimes happy, why some good things are coming to us, why some bad things are coming to us, we don't know. We are like the blindfold man. We don't know who's hitting from the back, who's coming from the front. He doesn't know anything because he's a blind man. But a devotee, that's what a devotee is. A devotee increases his knowledge, what Krishna is giving in the Bhagavad Gita. He understands very clearly how the action and reaction is working. And the best is to act and do not get any reaction. You act and you don't get any reaction.
And you burn up also.
And you burn up.
You are
And you
also
burn up
burning,
whatever is all the Sanchit and Kriyaman, everything is burned. Somebody might ask, okay, how do you burn up Kriyamana and karma? You're currently you're acting. How can you burn that? That's what Vedanta Sutra is saying. Jnana Yoga cannot burn that because you're creating new karma.
Because here it's your perception, right?
No, only if you know how to do this akarma, only then, even you're acting, there is no reaction. Yes. Don't know. Nobody can tell.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's your bank.
Yeah. Now, you're creating right now. The reaction, some can be delivered right now. Some can be delivered later. Yes. You're storing up. You're storing up.
But if you want to go to Vaikuntha, you cannot go out of this material world if you are not finished all your karma.
All your karma. Reaction,
So you should have no
this reaction
bank.
should become completely zero. This has to be zero.
Only then you can actually go there. So
Even
that
if you have little bit karma, you are born again. This is a cycle of birth and death. Yes. Your born means karma. So
every minute we are doing
every
karma
minute you are
actually.
doing karma. So how do you answer this question? Right now, you are conducting activity and there is no reaction. How do you do that?
Connect everything.
How do you connect everything to Krishna? So Bhagavatam gives a beautiful example. Just like a log of wood is there. Now you keep burning the log of wood. It's like slowly it's charring. Now it takes a long time to char and char. It's like complete biochar. But if you see the entire log of wood as it is, it will appear like that only. As though it is still present as it is. But if you press it like that, if you touch it, it will all crumble to ash. The same way, if you are a completely pure devotee, all your actions are dedicated in the service of the Lord, then even though you're acting, there is no reaction. Just like Jesus, he was crucified, all the activity that he has done, even though they actually tried to crucify him, there is no reaction. So he came back and showed his body. That's it. Siddha Swarupa. So you can achieve that now. Now coming back to your question, how do you control this mind, right? So this knowledge, if you get that I want to be in this reaction, no action but no reaction, this is the perfection. Right now, we all are obsessed with knowledge. What we are driven with, what is it called? We are driven for success. That's what the corporate America is teaching us, right? How to be successful. I will make you a CEO. How to be successful. We all have this idea. You want to be a successful mother, you want to be a successful father, you want to be a successful businessman. Success. Gone into our brains so much, right? Now, this success really equals to what for us? Money. There's nothing more than that right now. Success means that. Correct? One second. Let me finish this. Your mom has asked a question. So, unless you understand this knowledge, unless it translates into faith and belief, that it has to be, all your action has to have no reaction, unless this commitment comes to you, then your success definition will not change. So, what will be the new definition of success? It will be to lock your mind with the Shabda Brahman. Your mind has to be locked. There is no other way that the mind can be burned. All the other reactions cannot be burned in any other way. It has to be locked. How? It is very simple. The technique is very simple. Shrunvatas Shravanam. Shravanam, that's all. Very, very simple.
Sarvata Swata Krishna, Punya Shravan.
Shravana Kirtanaha. So, Krishna Katha is so powerful and it can burn up everything that you have to lock your mind with sound, vibration. So, if you can lock this, the guarantee, scriptures are giving you guarantee of 100% of success. And this commitment, if you, the day you can make with this knowledge, you will come to this very, very safe. So, and what happens, not only just purification, that portal will open up for you. You will enter into another portal. The mind,
To get that stage.
it is cyclic. You are just getting knowledge that if you connect your mind to the sound vibration, you will automatically enter into different portal because all your reactions are getting burned.
If we reach that now,
You can reach now.
we are
That's-
karma, we are
Exactly. You actually it's called yoga ruda. It's a ladder, yoga ladder. But we are not taking the yoga ladder. We are taking an elevator. Directly we are coming to this point.
you're saying whenever we are anxious, stressed, or whatever emotions,
All that will become
just
superficial. Yes.
listen to
The holy name. The kirtan is the way we are, how we are connecting. But this has to go on. Yeah. First,
With his.
Yeah.
he asked long way.
Okay.
Okay. So by chanting Hare Krishna, you're skipping all the way to
Everything. Yes.
Buddhi Yoga.
Yes.
Health.
Buddhi Yoga is upgrading your knowledge.
Buddhi Yoga is a long way, like, it's.
Even though it's long way, we are coming the short way. Highway,
Bhakti
short way.
Buddhi Yoga and Bhakti Yoga
Yes,
is similar.
same. Same.
Similar detail.
Devotional service, you'll reach karma and then you won't have any reaction.
Yes.
And whatever reaction you have,
Also
that
will
also
be
will be
burned.
burned.
Will be burned. Everything
by
will be
chanting.
erased. Completely erased.
By chanting Hare Krishna, you can reach Vaikuntha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's what
Yeah.
he wanted to ask.
What is the success of? How do you succeed in being a devotee?
Being devotee itself is practice.
Yeah,
So,
you become a
becoming a devotee, again, there is a step-by-step process, but then in short answer, yes, you just connect with the sound vibration. That's why we chant Kirtan. There are so many ways to connect with the sound.
So when your body is when you're dying, well, when the soul leaves your body, and before you die, technically, what happens if you Krishna? You go,
Vaikuntha.
Vaikuntha, directly Vaikuntha.
Krishna says in the
Krishna
Bhagavad
says,
Gita,
promises.
if you remember me at the time of death, you're going to come.
Why? Because it is not easy. At the time of death, you are in so much anxiety
And pain.
and pain. Pain is again superfluous. It's not real. Like I said, for example, we are living in this house. Somebody tells, no, you don't have any more time. You are expected to leave tomorrow. Sit. I'll give you only 1 day notice and you have to leave the house. Suppose somebody says, how much anxiety is there? My God, what will happen? Where will I go? I don't even have a house. I don't have anywhere else. How much pain and anxiety is there? So death is like that. It is telling you to leave this body. So you don't know how to comprehend at that point of time. Unless you have done a lot of practice. You have practiced a lot to understand I'm not the body, even though there is pain, even though there is some discomfort, all that is not happening to me, but it is happening to the body. To come to that conclusion is very, very difficult path. But it is achievable path.
Why he's saying achievable? It happened with him twice. You know that, right? In 2022, he had an NDA, near death experience. In December also, he had the same thing, right? And you know what happened? At that time also, when he was in so much pain, he remembered this pain is not happening to me. It's happening to the body. So because he's practiced, that is why he was able to remember at that time. But luckily he came back to the body, we prayed, and the Lord sanctioned. Again, one more thing I want to add is the Lord is when you are doing akarma, the Lord is in control of you. The Lord takes charge of the devotee. So he can change your prarabdha, he can change the kriyamana, everything he can change. What he can do, supposing some seed is there, that result has to come later. Something which will make you come closer to him, that immediately you will get. Or something that is not good for you, that you will not get.
Break a hand. But you are practicing a karma. So Krishna can decide whether to break the hand, let it happen. It is good for you, then he will let it happen for you. But maybe he will say, okay, why break his hand? Maybe a small mosquito bite, enough. Something like that. He can reduce it.
Now example, you remember when he joined the temple?
Yeah.
You remember? At that time he got the cut and there was blood all over. And then he went to the hospital and 3 months he can't go to college. So what did he decide? he decided to go to the temple and then he continued to stay there only. So, was that cut good or bad? Good, no? But it's
Generally, cut is bad, right?
but jealous is bad. Yeah, but in this case, because anything which makes you closer to Krishna is good.
Yeah.
Anything which makes you away from Krishna is bad. That is our new definition.
Of good
What
and
is
bad.
good and bad?
Cuts aren't I just realized that cuts aren't bad because if you realize that pain isn't real, it only happens to the body. Cut is
Yeah, but that's only for those who realize it's not real.
Yeah, it's not
Those who
easy.
don't know, then you go and tell them. In the hospital, you tell them.
It's to your body, but the guy is thinking he is the body.
what is happening is soul.
Actually, the second sloka that we read is the devotee becomes Ube Sukruta Dushkrute. Good and bad, he's beyond that. So Kunti Devi is making a prayer. You know, generally when we all go to temple or go pray to God, what we all pray for? Give me good things, give me dollar, give me job, give me wife, give me car, give me everything, right? But here, this devotee is praying, please give me all the difficulty. Any difficulty, bring it on, bring it on. Why? Why is she praying like that? Have you seen a prayer like that?
Because he
Which
doesn't.
crazy person prays like that?
I think to put less weight on Krishna.
No, because she was saying every time when there was a difficulty, I was remembering you so much that you personally came. So what is better for me? To have you personally with me. So what is it bringing me to you completely? The difficulty. So let the difficulty come so that I'll pray to you more and you will come to me.
But this is not for people like us. It is on the highest level.
Those who are
Those who are
practicing this,
practicing this, and even further, such devotees they can pray,
Pray like
Kunti
that.
Devi, who can actually take it. Because if you pray,
right now, if
you
somebody
cannot
gives
pray
you
like
one
that.
difficulty,
He'll give you that you won't be able to handle. So, yeah.
Is there anything higher than
is there anything higher than a karma? Again, when you say higher, what happens? Like I told you, you enter into a different portal, right? That is called transcendental stage. When you are in transcendental stage, everything is absolute. We don't have a clue what it means right now. You remember that example of the boatman? The boatman example.
Okay, let him tell.
Will you tell what is the
You tell.
boatman example? He wants to be a rich man.
So he uses the money that
No.
They asked,
What
his friend asked, he's very poor man. He just gets one penny to cross somebody, across in the boat, ferry. So he always has desire to become millionaire. So one friend asked him, what will you do if you become a millionaire? And the boatman says, oh, very simple. I'll make full foam everywhere, all over the bank of the river, so that my feet don't hurt anymore.
You knew that you something was not hurting. She was
But why is it a good idea or a bad idea?
yeah.
Exactly, that's the point. So if you are a devotee of Krishna, you don't think of pain, pleasure, good, bad, high, low, nothing. There is nothing is high or low.
Just some we don't know. If you remember Krishna, everything is good. Anytime you forget Krishna is bad.
Right now, that boatman has no clue what it is to be a millionaire. He has no clue. Like that, we are like that pauper. We have no money. Money in the sense, spiritual money. We don't have spiritual knowledge. So we don't know what it is to live like a devotee of God. We don't know. How they live, we don't know.
like if your arm is broken? long ago. So, like, is that the thing that you should practice?
No, pain, according to Bhagavatam, is not like that. For example, you're carrying a lot of load on your head. So carry it for half an hour. Then your head, your neck is hurting very badly. Then Bhagavatam says, okay, now take that, lift that load off and put it on your back. Then what happens? Immediate relief. Wow, I feel so much relief. But now what happened? Soon it will come. Correct? So pain has reduced, but it has only shifted. So like that, all the pain that we experience today, it is conditional. It's very conditional. It's very relative. There are so many problems which people tell. You know, one problem recently I was telling, there was one lady who was complaining how much problem she has carrying gold back to India because in customs they ask for every piece of jewelry you have to carry a receipt. Where did you buy? How much did you pay? Which year did you pay? All that details have to be there. And this lady is complaining so much that I have hell of a life.
Yeah,
The point is, you get the joke. That's not a suffering. Somebody has so much gold and she is suffering.
That's the reality, right?
Exactly. Exactly. You make so much money. You think about people who don't have money to eat food. And you are complaining I have to pay tax. Exactly. So problems of life are so different. So misery is so conditional. And you can be conditioned in any condition. There is nothing, there is no condition in this life that can make you unhappy. You can get used to it. Somebody is eating filthy food. After some time, he'll get used to it also. There are so many people in India, slums. You know, slums, slumdog millionaires. There are slums, they live there. It's horrible. You can't even imagine a small shack made of, some poor pin sheets. There's no bathroom, nothing. And they live there. After some time, somebody will give them a TV, they'll put the TV. The guy is living there and he's enjoying TV. Oh, he's happy, very happy, watching some.
Yes.
So like once if you're eating bad stuff, it's like, oh my god, this is the if somebody's eating garbage and then they get rotten food, they'll say that that stuff is better than
Yeah. So you know what pig eats? Actually stool. And after eating stool, what does pig become? It's enjoying. Otherwise, how can anybody eat food so much of stool and become fat? The pig is happy. Because so many kids, they're very happy. Now you give pig nice halwa. It doesn't like. I don't want your halwa.
I think with this we'll stop.
Yeah.
Let's.
food.
I don't know for him he came first time. What's her name?
Ben,
Ben, sorry.
sorry, we didn't make sense or something like that.
Oh my god, no.
Or with the Sanskrit words, I didn't take care to tell in English,
I think I.
It was okay.
I could follow along.
Oh, you can- okay. Okay.
Very nice.
Good, good.
So,
Very
Okay.
nice,
just here to kind of listen.
very nice, very nice.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right, we'll stop here then. Bhagavad Gita part, please.
Yeah.